Arrupe. This is Mr. Hamblet, and I'm here in Mr. Giordano's math room, room 209, Saturday morning. I'm here with Mrs. Smith. I'm here to welcome you all. Welcome to the new students who will be coming in on Tuesday, and welcome back to our returning 8th graders who will be coming in on Thursday and Friday of next week. Today I want to give you some reminders for next week. I want to talk about some of the new protocols that we have to follow in order to keep everyone safe. And I want to show you some of the changes we've been making around the school. So start with some reminders. First off, you all need to know your cohort. Each of you has been broken up into 2 cohorts, or the total class has been broken up into 2 cohorts. Half of you are in Ignatius, half of you are in Xavier. You need to know which cohort you're in. We sent it out again in the Arrupe update yesterday, so if you don't know that yet, please make sure, otherwise you'll show up on the wrong day of school. If you haven't yet purchased all of your books, please do so and download any apps that you need. Okay, make sure you do this over the weekend if you haven't done it yet. Finish your summer reading, and we asked you to read 4 books this year for summer reading. There was the All-School Read, Challenger Deep. Then you had to pick one of 6 books on racism. Make sure you read one of those 6. And then we had our free choice novels, and you needed to pick 2 of those. You also needed to, for one of those books, do a postcard assignment. The details are in the summer reading, but we've gotten in postcards from maybe half, maybe 3/4 of you, so there's a lot of you still out there who haven't finished your summer reading assignments. Please do that. Next week, when you come in, whether it's Tuesday or for the returning students, you'll be coming in either Thursday or Friday, make sure you wear your Arrupe uniform. And we're going to ask you to wear your Arrupe uniform anytime you're in class, whether that's in school or remotely. So that's a little bit different for you 8th graders who were here last spring. Last spring when you were home, we didn't require you to wear the uniform. This year we are, because a lot of times you're going to be zooming in from home and mixing in with the students here in class. So we are asking you to wear your Arrupe uniform at all times. Next week, again on Tuesday, we have orientation for all of the 7th graders and our new 8th graders. So the Ignatius group, you're coming in Tuesday morning from 8:20 to 11. Xavier group, you're coming in on Tuesday afternoon from 12:20 to 3. And for those students who are fully remote, you got an email from me yesterday with a Zoom link, because we will do your orientation for you on Wednesday. For everybody, Wednesday there's no school. Again, we will have that orientation for the fully remote students on Wednesday. On Thursday, we have a full day of school for every student in the Ignatius cohort. On Friday, we have a full day of school for everyone in the Xavier cohort. And you don't have to zoom in on the day that you're not in school for that next week. Don't worry about that. You're either coming in on Thursday or you're coming in on Friday. The day you're not coming in, you have a day off. Unless you're one of those full remote students, again, you've gotten some emails from me, or for the 7th graders, you'll get an email from Ms. Domitz from some instructions on what you'll do next Friday. I'm going to talk a lot today about how we will do school this year. I know a lot of you guys are excited to get back to school. It's been a long time since you've been in school. Excited to get back, see your teachers, see your friends. For those of you coming to a new school, excited to be in a new school. What I do want everyone to understand is school is going to have to be different this year. We're going to have to work together. We're going to have to follow some strict rules and protocols. Otherwise, we're not going to be allowed to be in school. We have to make sure that we do everything to make sure this is a healthy and safe environment. So that's going to mean some changes. But remember, we want you to be in school, and that is going to depend on every single one of us. Each of you, each of the faculty, me, we all need to do the correct things. So, one of the things we have to do is to wear a mask. And we're going to wear a mask all the time in school. We're going to wear it correctly. Here's some of them. You've got 3 masks that you will get when you come into school next week. One looks just like this. One looks like this, but it's all gray. There's no BC High logo on it. And you can wear either of those. We also give you a basic surgical mask, and you can wear that as well. Those are your 3 options. If you have to wear a different type of mask for some reason, you should send me a doctor's note. We do have some students that have to do that. That's fine. When you wear the mask, it goes over the ears, should be covering the nose, covering the mouth at all times. It should not be pulled down like this. Okay, sure, people can hear you better, but we don't pull it down like that. We keep it up over the nose, over the mouth. That's how we're gonna wear masks. When you take it off, you try not to touch the mask. You take it off by the loops, and we'll talk later about what to do with it during lunch. We'll also make sure that during the day we will find ways to have mask breaks. We talked with our nurses. We've got a good plan for how we will give you mask breaks during the day, whether those be outside or in the classroom. We've got some formats for those. The second thing you need to do is be social distancing. All right? If you look around this room, the desks are all 6 feet apart. We only have 12 desks in each room right now. They are 6 feet apart. The largest section or in a cohort would be 12. Again, usually our class sizes are about 18 or 19, so most of the time it'd be 9 and 10 if they're split evenly. Sometimes they're not split completely evenly. Hallways are set up as one-way hallways during passing time. We'll show you those in a little bit when we go for a walk. The other thing we're going to ask you to do frequently is sanitize. Wash your hands or use hand sanitizer. When you come into a class, every classroom has a hand sanitizer on the wall very close to the door. You come in, be in every class, you're going to sanitize well. You can sit down at your desk. Class will happen. Again, unlike in past years where oftentimes we clump the desks together for group work, we put the desks in circles. This year the desks are going to have to stay exactly where they are. They've been measured out so that they have 6-foot distance. Our facilities crew came around and spent a lot of time putting the desks in the right places. Every classroom is a little bit different configuration because every classroom is slightly different size and shape. They did a fantastic job with this. We have to keep them there. There will be stickers on the ground where the desks go. So if you sort of move your desk by accident, you can see how to put it back. At the end of class, we're going to ask you to come over. In every room there's a bucket with some wipes. We're going to ask you to take a wipe, go back, wipe down the desk, wipe around the desk, anything you might have touched. Wipe the seat down. Throw the wipe in the trash. Sanitize your hands again. And then we'll be off to the next class. So your hands are going to get sanitized frequently all day long. We're going to do it again before we eat lunch. If you go to the bathroom, use the sinks in the bathroom and soap and water. Wash your hands. Again, I'm sure you've all heard you should wash your hands for the length of time it takes to sing happy birthday twice. One other thing I want to show you is the technology upgrades we've put into the classroom. So again, every other week you're going to be home. And when you're home, we have the technology allow you to zoom into the classrooms. So every classroom now has one of these cameras in it. So when you're home and you're on Zoom, you're going to see what that camera shows. And sometimes that camera is going to show you the whole room, so you can see all your classmates. Sometimes it's going to zoom in on the board because there's something on the board we want you to see. Sometimes it's going to zoom in on the teacher, or maybe zoom in on a specific student who's talking. So that camera is going to be there. The other fascinating thing is, in 2/3 of your classrooms, we've got this second projector and second whiteboard in the back of the class, the screen, and you're going to be projected onto this screen. So that the 8, 9, 10 guys who are in class at home are going to appear on the back screen. Your friends will be able to see you. Your teachers will be able to see you. You will be able to see them. And we also installed 2 new microphones in each classroom. These microphones that drop down, they will allow you to hear things very clearly while you're at home. We'll be able to hear you if you speak through the speakers up front. But again, these microphones are very, very good. We tested them out. You can hear everything that's in the class very clearly. One thing I will say is please don't jump up and hit the microphones. You're going to want to do that, but do not do that. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of a tour. We're going to go out, we're going to see the hallways, we're going to see Cadigan Gym, we're going to see the cafeteria, just to continue to let you know some of the things, some of the changes we've made to the school in addition to the classroom technology. One of the things you're going to notice around school is the hallways are going to be one-way hallways during passing time. So when you step out of class, you're going to see a sign telling you which way to go. There's also signs on the floors and all the way. So the upstairs hall that I'm in right now, it goes this way. Downstairs hall goes the other way. Now this is only during crowded passing times. If you're in the middle of class and you need to go to the bathroom, you get called to the office, then it doesn't matter. But certainly for passing times, we want everybody headed in the same direction. Just makes everything a little bit safer. One of the things that's going to be different for Arrupe students this year is where they go in the morning. So traditionally, Arrupe students before school would hang out here in the breezeway, and we'd probably have 10 guys sitting on this bench, and that bench, and the benches down the hall, and sitting along the walls. We can't do that anymore. If you do want to sit on this bench, where the stickers are is where you can sit. So that's 2 students can sit on this bench. Obviously you can't fit the whole Arrupe division here. So what we've done is the place for you to go if you arrive early in the morning. Again, school starts at 8:20, but if you come in early before 8, and some of you guys might be taking a train or getting dropped off early, some guys get here before even 7 o'clock. You can come in to Cadigan Gym. Now Cadigan Gym is set up as a second cafeteria for the high school students. So when the high schoolers have lunch, they'll be in here. But in the mornings, before school, this is where we'll have our morning hangout place, our morning study hall place. You come in, there'll be a quieter section and a section where you can just kind of hang out, talk to your friends. There'll also be a place where we will sometimes have flex study halls. And it'll be a place where our after-school homework club and silent study hall will be. And it'll be the place where you come if you're on the soccer or cross-country team this fall. You'll come here, meet your coaches here, because they will only be sending a few students to the locker rooms at a time. So this will be a place where you will come quite frequently before and after school. Here we are in the Hajar Dining Hall, and this is where you guys are going to have lunch every day. Now many of you will bring your own lunches with you, and that's fine. Some of you will want to order food through the cafeteria. That's going to be different this year. Rather than waiting till lunch to figure out what you're going to have, you're going to order it every morning on an app, a mobile app, and you can just go into the cafeteria and it'll give you a list of options. You order those, and when you come to the cafeteria, you pick up your food, and then we're going to ask you to pick a seat on the first day, and we're actually going to put your name in that space, and that's going to be your seat for a while. Same with classrooms. You're going to have assigned seats in your classroom, so if we do have an issue, we can do contact tracing, and that's going to be really important. So you're going to have to sit in that assigned seat for a while. We may change up at some point in time in the year, but we're going to start at the beginning of the year. Now, before you sit down, again, similar to class, we're going to ask you to pick up a wipe. There's wipes all over the place in here. Come over. You're going to wipe down. Wipe down the chair. And then, one of the nice things in the cafeteria, put your lunch down. Sit down, and you can take your mask off. Again, carefully. Try not to touch the outside. Just touching the inside. And then put it down on a napkin. Or if you have a lunch bag, put it down. So don't put it down right on the table. Put it down on a napkin. You can eat your lunch. When you're done with your lunch, carefully take your mask back. Again, try not to touch the outsides. Put it back on. Take your trash. Everybody's going to be responsible for throwing away his own trash. Throw your trash away. Take a wipe again. Go back over. Wipe down. everything you touched. And then throw it away. And then most likely, you'll probably on a nice day go outside for recess. We'll talk more next week about how recess is going to work. It's going to be different. All right? So you can't be tossing a football back and forth to each other. You're going to have to stay 6 feet away from each other. If we can spread out, it's a nice opportunity for us to take our masks off and just breathe fresh air without a mask on. If you're near each other, though, you got to have those masks on. And we're going to tell you to be more than 6 feet apart out of recess. A nice opportunity, maybe just go out, spread out a little bit, chat with your friends. We're going to have some games set up that you can do. But again, it is going to be different. We'll have recess like that every day. And we'll also have the afternoon break before last period, same way every day. COVID-19 has thrown some ridiculous challenges at the world, at individuals, and at our BC High community. But we're doing everything we can to make this a safe environment so you all can be here this year, so that you all can participate in sports, so you can try out activities, so you can meet new friends, so you can hang out with friends you already have. And most importantly, you're going to have the opportunity to learn, to think deeply, to discuss issues and problems, to solve some of the problems, to create, and to learn about the problems that are facing our world today, and to practice being men for others. Really looking forward to seeing you all here this week, either in person, or for those of you who are going to be fully remote, seeing you online on Wednesday and again on Friday. Have a great weekend.